We are now the second largest mobile operator in terms of subscribers in Singapore, both in postpaid and prepaid. I think the market is competitive, like I said, so we have to play a very intelligent game of understanding the customer needs and then address those price points in a manner that is not dilutive to our business.
Does that mean you have to sacrifice a little bit of margins just to grow your market share? Is it something you're willing to take?
So like I said, margins will be protected if we are able to reduce our cost to serve. And that's our objective. So far, our margins have been quite healthy. We haven't gone down on our margins because as we continue to become more digital as an organization, I think we will be able to maintain our margins, reducing our cost to serve. That's really the objective.
Manjot, you've got a tremendous bench of experience in markets in India and Indonesia. So just walk us through where M1 is in terms of growing in the regional markets.
So as far as the consumer market is concerned, we are primarily Singapore. But I think one of the legs that we are growing quite significantly is enterprise revenue. And I think enterprise revenue has opportunities within the region. So we acquired a company called Asia Pac in 2018, which is primarily an ICT business, but a new age ICT business. It's into cloud solutioning, security, and so on and so forth. And we acquired another company called Glocomp in Malaysia in 2021. So we are now trying to merge the two companies and create synergies out of them. But to me, I think the opportunity to grow regionally is in the enterprise business. And that's where 5G also starts playing a critical role in my mind.
AI goes hand in hand with that?
AI goes hand in hand with that, of course, yes.
I was about to say, because 5G is clearly the backbone of any digital economy, what's the migration process like? Because I know a lot of customers are still on 4G. What's the migration process like towards 5G?
So consumer-wise, I think we are progressing quite fast in terms of 5G adoption. And the growth of 5G data is also significant. In fact, what we've noticed is the 5G utilization of data is almost 3 times 4G data. So that's the growth. But, you know, the real growth of 5G is not just in the consumer space. I think the real growth of 5G is going to be driven from an enterprise perspective. And that's where I think we are playing a significant role as a telco at M1, because we started 5G applications, use cases way back in 2019. And today we have more than 30 5G applications that we run in the country, in Singapore, both in the enterprise space, which is B2B, and B2B2C. And some of them are now quite scalable and monetizable. You know, not all of them are now experiments anymore. We are actually getting into a space where they're actually adding value to our business.
Do you think you can be number one?
On 5G, we are already number one.
No, do you think he'll be number one overall?
I hope so.
We'll hold you to that.
Yeah, you know, the gap is significant, let me admit, between us and the largest operator. But that's on the consumer side. On the enterprise side, I do think that we're already catching up. And I think our plans that we have in place are quite significant. And more importantly, I think the connection that we have to make between 5G and enterprise is something that's going to drive the future. And Singapore is going to lead the world in that, really. That's my belief, because it's all the perfect storm coming together in Singapore for 5G.
You're doing some